What's happening, people? How are we today? Buenos dias. Steve Mingleco here, Final Web Design, coming at you with another video today. Today, I want to talk about the very important thing of retaining your customer base. Final Web Design, this is Steve. Keeping your customers happy. I have no idea why in the web technology field this is such a hard concept for most businesses and most digital entrepreneurs. There is something out there that people are just not able to keep customers happy. And I'm going to go over a few of the reasons why this happens and a few of the reasons to make sure that you can avoid this happening for you and your business going into the future. So let's talk about this. In a lot of industries, say you're at a restaurant, you know if your service is good within the first 10, 15 minutes. Before you leave there, you're paid out and you've tipped or you've accommodated them for their service. And in the web firm, this is not the case. In the web industry, in the technology industry, in the digital marketing industry, these things take time. They don't happen overnight. So a lot of people have to go into your company or you as a digital, entrepreneur or somebody who works for themselves. It's like a gig economy. They have to go in there trusting you. And this is a huge, huge problem for a majority of the people who are looking for these services because either they've been burned in the past, they've been completely underdelivered, they're not happy with the projects that they've had, or they're going into this cold and they have no idea what to expect or really how to get this process moving for them. How can you keep your customers happy? I can say the number one thing in my experience is it won't even keep just your customers and your clients happy, but it will keep your business and your project flow more streamlined, is to have good communication. Now, what is good communication? Good communication is you literally, at least Monday through Friday, maybe a little bit on Saturday, you answer their calls, you reply to their emails, you send their text messages, you FaceTime or Zoom or Skype or whatever you have to do, but you keep in contact. When my clients or customers call me on my phone or text me, I get back within a minute. I get back within a minute because there's two reasons that I get back in a minute. One is it obviously keeps them comfortable. They know that even if I don't have the answer, that everything's completed and done and everything they want to hear, at least I'm responding and keeping them informed of maybe what happened or why it's not where it's at or what I'm going to do to make sure that the situation gets remedied, and that just keep them in the loop so that they're not sitting out there like, whoa, where did they go? What's happening? I don't know. I'm not hearing from anybody. And this is a huge, huge problem. The second reason is that it keeps you as a project manager and the person running the project, it keeps you informed of what their concerns are at the moment. Meeting their concerns right away. Say they want to swap a stupid image. You go in there, you change the image, and they're like, "Oh gosh, thank you." Like that just cools the whole temperature, keeps everybody happy. So I would say keeping your customers, you really, really have to have good communication. And without that, you're never going to succeed in this industry. I mean, I know some web firms in the US and overseas and such where they actually have somebody completely dedicated just to that role of a project manager. Now, at our firm, because we're all kind of web developers ourselves, we kind of have to manage the clients and the projects, but at the same time, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I've tried the route of having like a middle person in between there, and the problem is that they're just siphoning messages directly from the developers to business project management software, but nobody's really taking that information directly and applying it right away to the project. So keeping your clients happy is incredibly important, which then brings me into my next point, which is by keeping your customers happy, you have a much better chance of retaining that customer into the future. When somebody is happy and satisfied and they can trust you and they're comfortable with the product and they're happy with the quality, you can keep that customer forever. As long as they have a business, they are going to need website services. They are going to need a hosting provider. They are going to need to continue to do upgrades, things to their website to continue to improve it with new technologies, like again, the iPhones, the Androids, the iPads, the full HD resolution monitors. There's so many things that you're going to have to continue to help your client with going forward. And when you provide them with very good service and keep them happy, those are all services that you can continue to sell to the same individual for years and years to come. And this is why I really have such a hard time understanding why this industry has so many red flags and why there are so many firms and businesses and people that do lose communication with their customers or try to I don't even know how to say it, but like hide from them or just keep them in the dark or just disappear. I've heard it all. Trust me. There's a lot of horror stories out there. People getting scammed or screwed or, out of a lot of money. Websites are not cheap. It depends where you go, but for the majority of them, they're not cheap, especially bigger builds that take, months. Those can be hundreds of thousands of dollars. And unfortunately, a huge part of the problem is that people can't live up to their word. And that's where the whole trust and the whole communication and the whole providing a very good quality product comes into play, because all those things are so important to the overall success of not only your business as a web firm, but also their business as whatever type of service or industry or product they're trying to get out there. So just taking kind of a recap here, I just want to say keeping clients shouldn't be difficult, but unfortunately it is. Unfortunately, there is a lot of businesses, a lot of companies, a lot of people out there that just do not know how to keep their customers and clients happy. And unfortunately, it really puts a big stain on the industry. But that's where, as a professional, you need to take that lead and make sure that you are following through on what you promise. And I promise you that into the future, your firm will grow. You will keep your customers. You will grow your services and your money flow, and everything kind of comes together when you're good to the client. At the end of the day, they're the ones that are paying your bills. So, you have to respect them, even if you're not always on the same side or as happy with everything going on. So guys, that's the video for today. If you are out there, just treat your clients good. If you're a business owner that's working with a web firm, understand that there are good firms out there that want to help you, that want to see you succeed, that want, a long-term relationship with you and your business. We're one of them. If you have any comments, leave them down below. A like, a subscribe, that stuff will help me. And with that, we will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Final Web Design, this is Steve.